Peterbot is seen as the greatest fighter ever, but recently he got exposed. After fighting Pollo off spawn 4 games in the tournament, things went terribly wrong, and in this video I'll break down why. Pollo vs Peterbot begins at Demon's Domain, probably one of the best drops in the map right now. The thing is, when landing in a place like this, to win it you need to be the first to get the gun. So that's why Agers is already after cleaning up 2 of the players. Who is left? It's Cold. Now usually Cold might be able to clutch in this type of situation, but he has an auto shotgun and it's a 2v1, so you know, even though he tries his best, he does go down. And what's insane is if Pollo did not pop that 1 mini, he actually would have got knocked. Because it was the first game, I want to break down exactly not everyone's, but the most important players, and exactly what went wrong. Peterbot, he gets the gun, but unlucky for him, Agers does something really rare and hits more than 100 damage with the auto shotgun. And again, this is Cold's perspective. What's interesting is he double keys here in this situation, but I guess this is the only chance he wins. If he goes off looting, it's going to be a 2v1 against 2 stack players, so that was his best chance. The whole point of this video is seeing Pollo versus Peterbot, but what's interesting is no one talks about Agers and how crucial of a player he is to this team. I mean, he's been around Fortnite, I think, longer than Peterbot and Pollo. He's an OG to the game, and I mean, I never knew this, but he actually is one of the best fighters. This is the second game, and so we get to see, will Peterbot learn and bring it back? Well, again, it starts off with Pollo just getting the best glide. You know, some people assume it's macros, that's the only way he picks it up, but I mean, they're all keyboard players, so I don't think we can make that argument. In game 3, something different happened. Either something went wrong, I don't know exactly what it was, but Peterbot, he notices Pollo and Agers are the only ones to land, and Ake lands late, I think. And guess what? Peterbot, being the smart player he is, he knows he needs to push them when they're weak. And I really like this 3v1 team play. Look at them, they're all together. A good team just has like amazing synergy, and Peterbot proves that. So he tries to do something with his terrible loadout, takes down 1, but at the end of the day he was never going to be able to win that, and Acorn also ends up going down. I think it's useful also, we see it from Peterbot's perspective. What did he do well? So as you can see, Cole does get the gun before him, but Cole's his teammate, so everything's fine. And yeah, this one was just different. No one landed at top, so it was a little bit longer of a off-spawn fight, but Peterbot and his team make sure to not drag it out too long, so that's why they double key over here, and they're able to catch off Pollo, as we know, on the staircase. I mean, a green shotgun, quite a good gun to get off spawn. He does get cut off for a lot of damage there though, but luckily Cold is just such a good fighter and takes hardly any damage before they get the trio wipe. What can Peterbot do with the first game he wins off spawn? Well, what's interesting is the strategy that they do here. They have already scanned, so they know that there's a player here, and they use the movement handguns, I guess I'm just calling the hands, to drop that guy down, and he's weak, and Peterbot eventually catches him off guard. But what's interesting about this game, guys, is Peterbot wins it with 17 kills and makes himself and his team a nice chunk of money. The thing about Pollo is, yeah, he beat Peterbot so many times to spawn, and we'll look at one more time of spawn before this video ends, but right now we're looking at this game. But yeah, what's interesting is how Peterbot, the one game that he has off spawn, he absolutely drops a bomb, and Pollo, they didn't really do that. So, you know, that is the argument that could be made. Peterbot still is better than Pollo, but I mean, off spawn, let's say in FCS finals, it will matter a lot more, not just getting 1 win. If you can survive 3 times more off spawn and get decent placements, you will overall place better than just a team getting 1 win here and there. But anyway, let's break down what exactly Peterbot is doing well. Here, he catches his opponent off guard, and again, they use the hands, and it's just great piece control. The hands, guys, I would definitely be focusing on using them if you're trying to get better at Fortnite, but they might get removed, so look, we just have to see. What's interesting is Peterbot accidentally switches out the hands there, as you saw, and uses his gun. Now, because they went a bit early, he does actually have time to go back and get them. If Storm was on their back there, he probably wouldn't have been able to go back, and I honestly don't think they would have been able to win, just because Fortnite, it's very much a speed game and strategy, and if you fail at all those 2 things, you'll lose. And I just think that he would have went back there, would have got caught out, would have been delayed, and they would have just went down. But anyway, they're a very healthy team, they're in a great position, and that is probably why they're looking at high ground here. If you don't jump while you have the hands, you can use them basically as an RPG, which is insane. Like, people complain about grenade launchers and RPGs, but the hands are literally a way more overpowered one. I do think they should be nerfed, not removed, but again, we're just going to have to wait and see. But yeah, at this stage, they have 10 kills, so how do they get another 7 kills and get themselves the win? Wow, that was some really nice piece control by Peterbot. Anyone on hide, again, they are front side looking for hide. They're kind of the best place to be looking for hide. Always you want to be front, so you have time to do exactly what you're saying, crank up the high ground. Thing is though, hide is a mess this season with these hands. That doesn't stop Peterbot. He goes up, this player, wow, he needs to get a new headset. That was bad. Peterbot eventually does take high ground, gets a kill out there. The thing is, actually, he could easily have went down here. I mean, when he gets chopped, he nearly does, but he does a good job at catching himself. There are a few things to be aware when you're trying to take high ground this season. First of all, the obvious thing is the hands. Not only can you be destroyed, as in your base can be taken out from below with them, you can also be surprised. Someone go above you and jump on you, and also as you see there, Peterbot, your whole self, your body can get sent into storm. So if you don't have these gloves, to be honest guys, I wouldn't recommend going for hide. Yeah, no, that's like a 100% thing. Don't go for hide if you just get unlucky and can't find these gloves. And what I like here is just Peterbot's team does a good job at finishing up the fight. But anyway, the last fight of spawn, who wins it? Can we finally figure out who is the better player, fighter, Pollo or Peterbot? Well, it's already a great start again. Pollo, I think he got that chest or going there every single time, which is absolutely absurd. Here, we want to see it from Adri's perspective. As you can see, who's that? Pollo. Yeah, Pollo is the one in a very ahead. Interesting play. Acorn and Adris both got the better glide. Cole goes down. I think it's only Peterbot left. And yeah, they just dance on him. To be honest, guys, I think Pollo is going to cause an upset this season against Peterbot. Let me know what you think in the comments. And if you haven't already, subscribe. And thanks for watching. Goodbye.